On today's menu is this uber refreshing watermelon gazpacho recipe that is straight from our front yard garden, along with a warm and toasty feta cheese toast point that really sets this recipe off. So let's first take a quick tour through the garden.
Time to go garden shopping. Today's gonna be a fun little gazpacho recipe. As I mentioned before, I'm gonna be picking some watermelon, cucumbers, peppers, onions, and some cilantro, maybe some other herbs. So let's go shopping in the garden. Let's see if I got any cucumbers. There you go. Ooh, that looks good. Ooh, beautiful cucumber. Here I have a couple Roma tomatoes that are just slightly underripe. Some of them are just starting to turn, but I also have some inside that are ripened up quite nicely. I'm gonna use maybe, yeah, that's one too. Let's get some of the banana peppers. These are getting huge. Beautiful cilantro tops, just about to go to seed, maybe a couple more weeks, so that'll be good to blend in. Celery leaves. Celery, I actually got some chives I just pulled. Last but not least would be this watermelon, but it's not quite ready yet. I actually have a watermelon that I picked yesterday that I'm gonna be using for this video, but I have about 12 or 13 in this garden that are just so close to being ready. But I'm gonna show you what it looks like when we get back in the kitchen. I'm also gonna be adding some of these really ripe Romas to the mix as well for sweetness, and some of these beautiful beef steaks. So we got all these beautiful ingredients from the garden. Let me show you the watermelon that I picked yesterday, just to give you guys kind of reference of the ripeness of it. Alrighty. Oh yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Now I probably could have even let this go another week, but this is beautiful. Absolutely juicy and sweet. Let's get into it. So first thing, there's lots of ways you could do this. Some people just throw it all into a blender, don't worry about the marinating process. I like to marinate my gazpacho ingredients for just a little bit. I mean, the 24 hours is recommended, and gazpacho does get better, you know, a day or two after you make it. But I'm just gonna run through, you know, how you can make gazpacho within a few hours. Let's get all this cut up. Just gonna cut all this into chunks. This is just gonna be a really chunky marinade. Chop of some celery tops. Some of the cilantro. Got our cucumber. Get your onion. You could do red or white. Really depends on your preference. I'm gonna do a half an onion. So chunky, chunky, chunky. Keep this pretty chunky. All right, use about half of this, because that's quite a bit of juice. Gonna scoop it out into big old chunks. I mean, just look at the juice in that watermelon. It is just packed, and it is sweet, let me tell you. Black seeds and all. All right, so now that everything is in the bowl, for the most part, I'm gonna season it with salt. Not too much, just enough to start leaching those juices from the ingredients. And you wanna reserve just a little bit for later, because the flavors develop a little bit differently as it sits and marinates. Also, I'm gonna be adding some lemon juice. You could do vinegar in this as well. A lot of people like vinegar, like a champagne vinegar. Some paprika. Some garlic powder. I like garlic powder over raw garlic in my gazpacho because it's more of a background flavor than the sharpness of raw garlic. Finishing oil, shout out to Grasa, very cool company. Olive oil, ready to go in a plastic bottle. All right, and then really just give this a toss. Ooh, yeah, all right. You're gonna let this sit covered in the fridge, I'd say for at least 2 hours. You could blend this up and eat it as is. It's just gonna be a little underdeveloped, but I like to let this sit at least for an hour or two and then blend it and kind of go from there. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, so it's been about 2.5 hours and all the juices are leaching out. I mean, just to show you guys how much juice is gonna come out of this. Whoa. And that's just from sitting in the fridge for 2.5 hours. All right, just kind of add all the ingredients in there. You can add water if you feel like there's not enough juice to blend, but more often than not, you'll realize how much juice is actually in each of these veggies once you start the blending process. And it'll just start to become very liquidy very quickly. So let's see if I need to add water or not. And we're gonna set this in the fridge for another 30 to 45 minutes to further develop those flavors. And it's gonna allow the color just to settle a little bit because there's a lot of air whipped into this. Some fennel tops for a little garnish. Nice and thin. This is a really nice, dainty little herb garnish. All right. I'm also gonna make a really simple red onion and watermelon garnish. A couple little strips. Straight in the bowl. Chive and fennel. A little bit of salt. Lemon juice, olive oil. And just give that a gentle mix. Super, super simple. Beautiful little savory garnish, nice and refreshing. But last, definitely not least, is a nice little toast point. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil, black pepper on it, toast it in the oven, a little bit of salt, black pepper, and then put this in the broiler until crispy. I'm gonna top these with a little crumbly feta. Good amount of feta on there. And back in the oven until the feta gets nice and toasty. Get my gazpacho out. You could let this sit for another hour or so. And the flavors, especially the day after, the flavor and the color really develops quite beautifully because the air that's blended into the gazpacho slowly dissipates, and all you're left with is just a really vibrant gazpacho, like red watermelon color. But this is ready to go. I got my garnish. The feta cheese and sourdough toast points should be ready to go. It's time to plate this up. So give the gazpacho a really good mix before you pour it in. And then you're really gonna give it a couple of generous ladles. A little bit of this, the garnish, right in the middle. Your toast point. A little drizzle of olive oil. Some herbs. And some cracked black pepper. And that is a beautiful watermelon garden to table gazpacho. All right, now it's my favorite part of the video. Time to test this out and see how it goes. First off, the texture is incredible. Nice body, very refreshing. The toast point is just all the vibes. Holy smokes. So it's just refreshing, guys. I mean, this is what gazpacho is all about. It's supposed to sort of cut the heat of the summer in soup form. This is a fantastic recipe. Almost all garden to table other than like olive oil and lemons and the red onion, but such a wonderful recipe for the summertime, even in spring or just when the weather is hot and you have the ingredients on hand. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, comment down below if you guys want to see more watermelon-based recipes, which a lot of you guys have been requesting. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time with another recipe. Later, folks. Ooh, this is good. Ooh-wee.